Hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of my YouTube channel. Thank you for all the my many listeners, single women. I just want to get on here today just to let you know that I am so determined to not give up, no matter what day I may be having, no matter if my day is sad, if my day is down, whatever the day may be. I want to always be here for another single woman to let her know that I got your back. I understand. I'm here for you. I know there's going to be days where you're going to question yourself. There's going to be days where look like there's nothing working out. Going to be days where you want to quit. You want to give up. I had those days. Um, there's been days where I look at myself or think to myself, am I helping anybody? Am I helping any single woman? Um, and I had an opportunity to speak to um, a woman today, a single woman today. She wanted to talk, but then she got uncomfortable, and that's understandable. Understand when someone wants to talk and then they change their mind. I don't fault them. I don't get upset. I understand. Sometimes when you're hurting so bad, it's easy to say to yourself, I'm going to talk to you, but then you get to feeling ashamed, sad, and you pull back. And that's what this woman did. She wanted to talk to me, and when I got on my duel with her, she said, I can't do it. I want to, but I can't. I didn't get upset with her. I told her, I understand. I truly understand. And whenever you're ready, I'm here. So it's not always easy to make that first step to say, I'm ready to talk. You can say it out of your mouth, but something to come to you and that fear come and you say, well, no, I can't do it. I want to, but I just can't. And I understood her. I didn't get off the duel and say, oh, I knew. I didn't do that. I got off the duel and I told her, when you're ready, I'm here. And when I got off, and I told her that I love you and I'm going to be praying for you. And I know when you are ready, you're going to do this. And take your time. Be ready. And I'll always be here for you. And we have to take that into consideration, those who have survived abuse, who have gotten out. We have to understand there's going to be other women that want to talk at that moment. And then when that moment comes, fear sets in. Um, you feel shame. Shame sets in. You feel that um, I might be judged. Nothing wrong with that. I felt the same way. When I started doing this podcast, I didn't at first want to do it. Didn't at first want to say anything about what I went through because deep down inside, I still had um, heaviness, still was afraid, shame of what happened to me, um, what I felt that I could have stopped. I allowed it. I beat myself up. But, when I took that first step and spoke about what I'll be talking about on my podcast. It was sort of easy. And then it was like I'm letting the world know, people that's going to listen to this podcast, people that's going to look at my live stream, see me. I'll be out there. There'll be a face on abusive woman. There'll be a face. You will see this woman that's been abused. You will see her. You will hear her. And that's the thoughts that went through my mind. Will I be judged? Will I be made fun of? Will they say, oh, she's making this up? Or all kind of negative thoughts ran through my mind. But I knew deep down inside that I had to do it. I had to get past the fear. I had to speak about it. And I have to continue to speak on it. Continue to tell you truth, not hold anything back, to tell you just how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling okay, if I'm not feeling okay, if I'm down, or if I don't want no single woman to feel that she can't talk. I don't want you to feel that I won't listen. I know it's a step, and it's not an easy step to talk about your abuse. It's not an easy decision to say, okay, this is what has happened. This is what I've been through. This is what I'm going through. It's not easy. It gets easy, but you still have that little fear in your mind, your heart, your thoughts. Will I be looked at funny? Will I be, after I say what I say, when I'm off of that, will they talk about me? Been there, done that. Know that feeling. Know those thoughts. I know how it feels. When you're not sure. You want to talk about the abuse, but you're not sure if you'll really be understood, or will they take it and talk about you? Regardless, whatever they say, don't let it get you down. Because you know what you went through. You know how you're feeling, how you felt. You know the discouragement. You know the failure. You know the sadness, the hurt, the miserable days, the days where you just didn't want no one to touch you, say anything to you. I know. I sit some days in my bedroom on my bed, and I play on my tablet, play games and all that. And I think to myself, I know there's a single woman out there hurting. I know there's a single woman out there who has been abused and needs to talk about it. And I want to be there for her, for them. Sometimes everybody can't speak to an abusive woman unless they've been abused. But if you've just been slapped or, knocked down, and yeah, you can speak on that behalf. But if you've never been sexually abused, you don't know anything about being sexually abused, you can't talk on it. You can never understand it. You can never say, it'll be all right. You'll get over it. If you've never been wearing those shoes, you can't say those words. If those shoes have never been on your foot, you can't say those words. But if you wore those shoes, you know exactly how those shoes fit and how they feel. If you've been slapped around, you know how that feels. Told off, cussed out, your self-esteem nowhere to be found. Your life just seems like you're not going anywhere. You're never going anywhere. You've been hurt. You're going to always get hurt. You're going to always be a nothing or nobody. Not true. It takes baby steps, one step at a time. It takes a lifting up yourself. If it's just a word to yourself and you look in the mirror, you'll be okay. You may have to cry saying it, and then you may not cry, but it will be okay. Tears are going to come. The hurt is going to be there. You're going to remember things. You're going to see things. You're going to think about it. You're going to question yourself. All of it. You're going to even say at times, maybe I deserved what I got. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No one deserves to be hurt. No one deserves to be abused sexually so. No one. No one deserves to have their innocence taken away from them. No one. No. It's okay to cry because that's all you have, tear ducts. Crying sometimes releases the pressure that's building up. Get up and talk to yourself. I got this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be able to make this. I know I can. I know I can. You can. When I talk about my abusive lifestyle, when I talk about what I went through with this, my children's father, when I talk about the hardship, when I talk about it, and I realized that I got out of it. I realized when I see that I didn't deserve what I got. I didn't deserve it. I didn't do anything. I had to come through the spirit of hate. I had to get through it. You know, you hear people say, "Oh, you got this to be all right." You know, you be all right. No. Sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it takes time. You know, sometimes you want to talk to somebody, and you could tell when you're talking to somebody if they're actually listening. You know it. You could pick it up. You could tell when somebody say, "I got you. I understand. I'm here for you." You know deep down inside if they're telling the truth or not. You begin to understand uh, friendship. In order to have a true friend, you have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't have a true friendship with somebody because you're going to always have that question in your mind. Am I just wasting my time here? Be a friend to yourself. Encourage yourself. Don't always depend on someone else to lift you up. They may not even be there. You may not even hear from nobody that day. So be that person to lift yourself up. Don't sit and wait for someone to encourage you, to lift you up, to push you forward. Do it yourself. Lift yourself up. Take one step at a time. Believe in yourself. I have to believe in myself. I have to realize that it may take a minute, but I can't give up. I won't give up. Because once you have survived an abusive relationship, once you have gotten out of abusive relationship, and the healing process begins, and you look back at what you went through, you look back at your past, and you say to yourself, "Well, I said to myself, somebody else, some other single woman, is going through what I've been through, so I got to pull her up out of that." And that's what my goal is, to pull another. You may hear me repeat myself a lot in regards to helping, pulling someone else out of a situation. I'm not going to stop saying it, because that's what my ministry is. That's what my destiny is. That's what my goal is, to pull somebody up out of that depression, sadness, suicide thoughts, anger, hatred, to pull them up. If it means just to hold them, listen to them vent, listen to them scream, yell, cuss, I understand. I'm not going to say, "Oh no, you're not going to talk to me like that," because you're not actually talking to me. You're talking your frustration out. A frustrated person may say things. A hurting person may say things because they're hurting. And you have to be on that level where you understand what they're saying. The hurtful words that they're saying when they're talking to you is not about you. It's not about you. It's them. It's their feelings. It's what is hurting them. Understand they're venting. Understand they're crying. Understand their quietness. Understand they're pushing away. Understand. Be there for them when they do come. And that's what I want to be here for, single women who's been in an abusive relationship. I'm here. Vent. Vent. Talk about it. Talk about it to someone else who has been in an abusive relationship, because they will understand. You can't talk to somebody who's never been in an abusive relationship and they tell you, "I understand what you're going through." No, no, you don't. No, you have no idea. You have no idea the hurt that's in that single abusive woman heart. You have no idea unless you're there. Unless you have experienced what she's going through. You have no idea the hurt. You have no idea the sleepless nights. You have no idea the restless days. You have no idea the thoughts, the anger, the frustration. You haven't been abused? You have no idea. You wouldn't even know how to talk to somebody you've never been abused, been in an abusive relationship, you wouldn't know what to say. You couldn't say, I understand, I know how you feel if you haven't been there. There's no way. There's no way a single woman could talk to me who's never been abused and say, I understand how you're feeling. No, you don't. You can't say, I know what you've been through. I know how it hurts if you never, ever been hurt, been in an abusive relationship. There's no way them words can ever, ever come out of your mouth. No way. But they can come out of my mouth. I know, because I've been there. I've been there. I know how you cry so much that you say to yourself, is there any more tears left? When you just look in the mirror and just shake your head. Look in the mirror and just say, you're nothing. Been there. You got this. You can do it. Take that step. Be determined. I'm going to go forward. I'm going to make it. You can. You will. I got your back. I'm going to help you. And remember, like I always say, the Lord loves you and so do I. And thank you for all those who have subscribed, who are thinking about subscribing, who wants to do an interview, who have listened. Thank you so very much. I'm here for you. bmsdiva@gmail.com. You can reach me. You can email me. You can watch my YouTube channel, Being Miss Diva, my podcast, Being Miss Diva. I am in it, and I'm not letting it go. Be blessed, single women, and we are somebody, and we are going forth. You got this. You got this. Be blessed. Thank you.